Hello everyone. Well, my name is Karem Vidal, and with my classmates Daphne Ortega and Karem Montalban, we will describe you about the unit plan of the kit. Well, this is divided in two. First of all, we decided to do an 8th grade unit number 2 that is called countries, cultures, and customs. In this unit, students will have to do reading and writing activities using the dialogic method. They will have to read a text about the south of Chile, and they will have to answer the questions, and they will have to write about a tourist brochure of Chile. Well, in unit number 3, the unit is called Going Places. The topic that we decided to do is sightseeing. This is divided in 4 stations that also includes the dialogic method. The first station is listening, then reading, after that writing, and finally speaking. Well, in the first station that is listening, students will have to listen a conversation about the city of London. The students will have to answer the questions, and finally, they will have to compare the answers with a partner. Now, my classmate Daphne is going to explain you about the station number 2 and station number 3.
Hi, I'm Daphne and I'm in charge in station 2 and 3. Now, in the station 2, the skill to develop is reading. The subsidiary aim is to identify the purpose of non-literary text based on general information, thematic vocabulary, and frequent expressions. In this station, students will have to read a text related to going to lodge in Patagonia. After scanning, the students will have to develop 2 items. The first one is a true or false, and the second one is for development questions. Now, in the third station, the skill to develop is writing. The aim here is that students will be able to write short text based on the process of information, such as brochures, postcards, emails, among others. Now, the procedure is that first, students will be shown a postcard and we will explain its use. After that, students will work in pairs and discuss the question at hand. The question is, had you ever seen or received a postcard before? Now that this dialogue has been carried out, we will go to the elaboration phase where students will have to write a postcard about a trip that they have recently taken, or if they don't, they can imagine. Finally, when their postcards are done, they will exchange their postcard with their classmates. Now, my classmate Karem Montalban is going to talk about our last station, that is station number 4.
Hello, I'm Karem Montalban, and I was the one in charge for the station 4, the speaking part. In this station, students will be divided in two and will be given a side, in which one side will be the optimistic point of view and the other one the pessimistic point of view. Then they have to discuss about the topic that will be winter vacation. During this conversation, I will I will give them some questions that they can use to base their opinions and that they can use to have an idea of what they could say. For example, how much winter vacation lasts? It is sufficient time? Is it crowded in some places when you go there? What do you do during this time? Do you have all this time free? Then they will say it loud their opinions and the excuses and their own experience. to have a conversation, obviously using the method of the optimistics and the pessimistics. The optimistic people will say good things, will tell a good experience. Meanwhile, the other group will say bad things, will be disagree with the optimistic and should say their own bad experience during winter vacations. Then, during the activity, I will provide correction for the pronunciation of my students so I can help them to have a more fluent and good and a more fluent conversation and a better pronunciation. Then, when the activity ends, we will have some minutes to talk about the activity and discuss about all the points they said, and they can make questions about the activity, the unit, and the vocabulary they could use or they already used. That is the station 4 for the speaking part.